In a world saturated by digital noise, endless streams, and constant self-promotion, what if the most influential path was silence? Perlon, the Berlin-based record label that became a pillar of minimal techno and house not by shouting louder but by whispering, if they spoke at all. Established in Frankfurt in 1997 and now synonymous with Berlin's music scene, Perlon is steered by the elusive figures of Thomas Franzmann, also known as Zip, Markus, Nikolai, and graphic designer Chris Rehberger. The label is defined by choices that defy industry norms. A strict vinyl-only policy for single releases, instantly recognizable in your face, graphic design, and legendary exclusive parties like Get Perlonized. Perlon isn't just a label, it's a statement, a philosophy, an anti-label. How did this deliberate obscurity, this steadfast rejection of the digital race and conventional promotion, forge such a powerful legacy and a dedicated, almost cult-like following? How did anti-marketing become their most potent marketing tool? Stick around as we decode the Perlon phenomenon, exploring its sound, its iconic visuals, its tight-knit community, and the philosophy that makes it one of electronic music's most enigmatic and respected institutions. At its core, Perlon champions a specific sonic identity within the minimal techno and microhouse genres. Emerging in the late 90s, the label became recognized as genre-defining. Its sound, characterized by minimal, experimental, off-kilter, and hypnotic, this sound typically involves deep, subtle grooves, intricate and often unconventional rhythmic patterns, and a meticulous focus on sonic texture and spatial arrangement. It's music that often eschews immediate gratification for slow-burning complexity, rewards the focused listener. The label's roster reads like a who's who of minimal excellence, featuring seminal artists such as Ricardo Villalobos, Baby Ford, Thomas Melchior, Margaret Digas, Luciano, Akufen, or Stefan Goldman. Co-founder Zip also released his own influential work on the label. Sammy D, in particular, is often highlighted as a key innovator behind the label's signature off-kilter sound aesthetic. The nature of Perlon's musical output directly mirrors its operational philosophy. This music demands your attention. It doesn't give up its secrets easily. Its depth unfolds the more you listen, again and again. Much like the label behind it, it asks for more than superficial consumption. It requires commitment. There's an intrinsic connection between the sonic character, minimal, deliberate, and the label's approach. Low profile, carefully curated, it's a unified artistic vision, where the music and the method are deeply intertwined. This isn't just background noise. It requires active listening, just as engaging with the label means active participation, beyond simply passive streaming. In an era overwhelmingly defined by digital distribution and streaming platforms, Perlon maintains a resolute commitment to the physical format. The label famously adheres to a vinyl-only policy for single EPs, eschewing digital download options. While some albums may appear on CD, the core output, the 12-inch single, remains exclusively tangible. This decision transcends mere nostalgia or format preference. It represents a core tenet of the label's philosophy. Graphic designer and co-founder Chris Rehberger speaks of having a fetish for objects, articulating the belief that presenting ideas bound within a physical object is more impactful and effective than allowing them to exist solely as ephemeral digital files. The physical record, combined with its distinctive artwork, becomes more than just a medium for sound. It transforms into a desirable artifact, an object imbued with artistic intent and value. This unwavering focus on the tangible serves multiple purposes. It elevates the act of acquiring and listening to music into a more deliberate, ritualistic experience, contrasting sharply with the instant accessibility and potential disposability of digital streams. Furthermore, it cultivates an aura of exclusivity and mystique around the label's releases. A Perlon release is instantly identifiable, largely due to the iconic visual language crafted by Chris Rehberger and his Berlin-based design studio Double Standards. Since the label's inception, Rehberger has been responsible for creating a distinct and highly recognizable aesthetic that deliberately diverges from typical electronic music design tropes. Rehberger's approach is characterized by its boldness, simplicity, and conceptual underpinnings. He favors strong, often oversized typography that might be clipped, cropped, or fragmented across the sleeve, creating a dizzying, disorienting read that mirrors the music's own rhythmic complexities. The philosophy avoids flimsy or overly complex designs, opting for a minimal number of elements maxed out to full effect, with in-your-face colors. This visual strategy is not simply packaging. It's conceived as an integral part of the artistic statement, designed to set the mood and complement the music without resorting to literal illustration or photography. The design itself performs the label's identity, unconventional, bold, minimal, yet impactful. Even the design for Perlon's represses reinforces this ethos. They are presented in stark black and white photocopied sleeves, deliberately mimicking the look of bootlegs, an act Rehberger describes as bootlegging ourselves. This choice further underscores the label's raw, underground aesthetic and its distance from polished commercialism. The tight integration of this unique visual identity with the music and the label's overall philosophy makes the record sleeve an essential component of the Perlon experience. Perlon extends its influence beyond recorded media through its legendary party series, Get Perlonized, originating around 99 or 2000 at the original Ostgut Club, the precursor to Berghain. The party has become a long-standing and iconic fixture at Berghain's Panorama Bar. This event serves as the living, breathing embodiment of the Perlon sound, community, and mythos. A defining characteristic of Get Perlonized is its strict curation policy. Only DJs from the official Perlon roster are invited to play. This exclusivity transforms the event from a standard club night into a focused gathering for the label's artists and its most dedicated followers. It fosters a unique, almost familial atmosphere, reinforcing the sense of community that surrounds the label. The party becomes the primary locus where the label's specific minimal techno and house output can be experienced collectively, presented by the artists who shape its sound. Held within the renowned walls of Panorama Bar, a venue itself known for its dedicated crowds and immersive atmosphere, Get Perlonized prioritizes the music and the shared experience above all else. This focus aligns perfectly with the label's broader philosophy. The exclusivity mirrors the curated nature of Perlon's releases, while the emphasis on the internal community reflects the label's low-profile, high-commitment approach. The party solidifies the label's identity, transforming it from a passive entity releasing records into an active, participatory cultural force within the Berlin minimal scene and global club culture. Perhaps the most defining and radical aspect of Perlon's is its deliberate cultivation of absence and its consistent avoidance of the conventional music industry hype machine. The label maintains a remarkably low media profile, with founders like Zip being notoriously reluctant to engage with the press, often stating a preference to let the music speak for itself. This shyness extends to their operational methods. The label's operational structure appears intentionally designed to insulate it from purely commercial pressures. It has been explicitly stated that Perlon is not driven by financial gain, but more like a passion project. Contributing to this is the fact that only Zip operates as a full-time musician. Markus Nikolai runs an optician's shop, and Chris Rehberger manages his successful design studio, Double Standards. This grants the label creative freedom, allowing artistic decisions to take precedence over market demands or profit maximization strategies. This calculated absence, minimal press, no demo submissions, founders with external careers, is not passive neglect, but an active strategy. It cultivates mystique, ensures rigorous artistic control, and filters for a dedicated audience willing to actively seek out the label's output.